My name is Billy Harcourt. I've just turned 16 years old and I transformed my physique from this to this, but it's not as simple as it seemed. The journey of me gaining 20 kg of lean muscle, finally being able to get stronger, look bigger, and feel better was not an easy path. It wasn't an easy journey and I made so many mistakes along the way, and in this video for the first time, I'm going to be telling you my story. My journey all started probably back in 2021 when I saw this short on YouTube and it was a video showing one of these workouts, these 10-minute workouts to get shredded for summer. And I followed this, and the workout was 10 push-ups, a 1-minute plank, and 10 jump squats. But I was so weak that I couldn't even do 10 push-ups, I couldn't even do 1 push-up, and I had to do them on my knees. This was really my starting point, and this really represents where I've come from. That was the first time I ever sort of worked out and actually tried to build muscle and get bigger. But it wasn't for years that I would actually crack the secret and actually figure out how I could grow, how I could put on more size, and how I could actually make progress. And that's all been done in the last year. So I remember I did these workouts back in the UK for a few months, and then I moved to Malaysia, which is over in Asia, which is where I live right now. And basically I started switching to different types of workouts still at home, but I got an Apple Fitness Plus subscription, which is like a service where they do like these workouts you can follow along on iPhones and stuff. And it was actually pretty good. I would recommend it if you're like a beginner or like a girl, I don't know, but it wasn't that great and I wasn't making much gains from it, but it was definitely better than nothing. I was getting some core work in, and this is when I really started to take training my core hard. I have the whole like stereotypical 5-minute ab workouts, but I did them for years religiously for maybe even 2 years straight. 2 years straight I did these workouts for, and they've built the base, and now, I'll explain this later, but I've been bulking for over a year now and I still retain my abs, probably because of all of these workouts that I did back in the day. So I was doing these ab workouts, I was doing a bit of strength training here and there, I was following these online workouts at home, doing some HIIT workouts, etc. But I was still so skinny. I was still sub 60 kg, probably about 55 at this point. And I just wasn't making the progress I wanted. This was probably a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago. And then I went to an actual gym for the first time. I went to the gym and I realized what actually training was, how to actually train inside of the gym. And I was a bit on and off. I got consistent for a little bit, but then I fell off for about 6 months and I didn't go to the gym at all. And then last year, after I went on holiday to the UK and came back, I actually got serious with the gym, and that's when I actually took it seriously and saw my gains from this to this. This has all been done in the last year and a half. Because although my journey has been many years, I only actually got into the gym, started hitting workouts following a plan recently. So you can skip all of those steps, all of the mistakes that I made if you just follow the plan that I'm on right now. So I started getting consistent into the gym around September last year. I started doing a push-pull legs workout plan. I finally figured out what that was. I finally started lifting weights and I finally started progressing using the principles of progressive overload training to failure, and this is how I actually started to see results. But although I was getting consistent in the gym, I wasn't putting on the size that I wanted. I wanted to get a lot bigger. At this point I was probably about 58, 60 kg, but I wanted to be so much heavier. And that's when I discovered bulking. So I did what any logical person would do and started eating a shit ton of food. I ate these Magnum ice creams every day. I was eating burgers, I was eating pizza, I was eating a bunch of shit. But it didn't help me at all. When I went to the gym, I was more tired, I was more fatigued. I wasn't making any more progress like I thought I would. All these guys online were saying if you bulk, even if you dirty bulk, it's fine because it's all calories in, calories out. As long as I'm eating enough calories, I'll grow. But they were wrong. Because I ate all this food, all of this fried food that was like meant to be good for a bulk, but actually I just felt tired, I had no energy, I wasn't even getting in enough protein, it was just dirty calories. And that's when, just 1 year ago, I finally discovered the system that would finally transform my physique, help me gain 15 kg of lean muscle and go from 60 to 75 or 76, which is where I am right now. And that is lean bulking. Lean bulking is the thing that took my physique from this to this. So that's why you all have to be lean bulking. If you have a similar story to me, if you're maybe back where I was when I was so skinny, skip all the mistakes that I did, skip them all, and just get straight onto a lean bulking plan. If you join my community at the top link in the description, I give you the bulking blueprint, which is my program which will take you from skinny to jacked in 90 days and help you build your first 10 pounds of lean muscle for completely free. Go join that program, it's completely free, and I give you my workouts, I give you the system to follow, how many calories to eat. This is the structured approach which I wish I had all those years ago. Imagine how much further I would be if I started this years ago, and I'm grateful that I finally discovered the system which now I teach. But I could be so much further along now if I'd actually implemented this all those years ago. But I don't regret it. I don't regret all of the workouts I did, all those shitty workouts that I did in my bedroom, because it got me to the point where I am right now. But for you, I want you to save that time. I want you to save years of effort by just following a system, lean bulking, putting on size, building muscle, and getting jacked. Because if you're watching this video, I know you have those goals too. And you can skip all of the mistakes that I had to make. I made all of these mistakes for you so I could help you right now. So if you want my help, completely free, join at the top link in the description. The Skinny to Strong Blueprint is there for you. It's completely free to join. Go check it out right now and we can chat on the platform. But yes, this is my story. I don't think I've ever told this before on my channel, but this is my story of how I went from where I was before to where I am now. My name is Billy Harcourt. I teach lean bulking, and I teach you the system that took me from 55 to 75 kg in just over a year at the top link in the description. See you there.